another Menu Monday. Today I have 1 breakfast casserole for you and 3 dinners. All new, haven't made them before, so enjoy. For this breakfast casserole, I have the oven preheating at 350 degrees, and we're going to spray our 9x13 bacon dish with cooking spray and unroll our jumbo buttermilk biscuits. You can cut each of these into 8 pieces and then spread them out on the bottom of the pan. Now we're going to add our breakfast sausage that we've cooked on stovetop and spread that out over top of the biscuits. Now for our cheese, which is 2 cups of Colby and Monterey Jack shredded, but you could use any cheese that you like. Now we're going to whisk 6 eggs. I had 7 in this pack, so you'll see me add 1 more, and a 1/2 cup of milk. I'm just washing the whisk because we're going to be whisking the gravy next. We're going to pour this on top of the cheese. Now you want country sausage gravy mix and 2 cups of water, and you're going to whisk that up and pour it over the eggs. Cover with foil. If you're going to put it in the refrigerator overnight, you can do that. It will just take a little longer to cook. I'm going to go ahead and get mine in right away, and it took 55 minutes and 350 degrees. There we go, and I added some ketchup on top of mine. It was really good, and I hope you give it a try. Here are your ingredients. Today we're making chicken and dressing. It's actually supposed to be turkey and dressing, but I'm using chicken thighs instead of the turkey. So we're going to need either 1 8-ounce package of stuffing or 2 6, which is what I'm going with. We are going to use 1/4 teaspoon of dry basil, 1/2 cup of cranberries dried, some softened butter, onion, some hot water, salt and pepper, and there's my chicken thighs, and a crock pot that's been well greased. Alright, the first thing the recipe says to do is to spread the dry stuffing mix in the bottom of a well greased crock pot. two. Okay, get that out of the way. Now we're going to add the water. It's just a 1/4 cup. The butter. The onion. Celery if you have it or want it. Big Daddy's not a fan. I didn't buy it this week. The dried cranberry, which is a 1/2 cup. And I will have all the ingredients at the end of the clip and on the website rvlifeintheusa.com. Alright. We are supposed to mix this very well. Good enough. Now, sprinkle turkey breast, which is our chicken breast, with salt, pepper, and basil. So I'm gonna, and then put it in here. But I'm gonna put it in here first. That way I can make sure everything gets covered. I tell you, they say this is boneless and skinless. I beg to differ. I cut some off, as you know how I am, but the thing about thighs is they do taste good. Alright, let me wash my hands here. A 1/4 teaspoon of basil. Not very much, but I guess it goes a long way, doesn't it? Well, let's get it all covered. There we go. Now for some salt. And some pepper. And cover and cook 5 to 6 hours. Mine's probably going to be done in 3 or 4, so I'll check it then. But I am going to set it for 5. And that's low. I served it with some potatoes and carrots on the side, and it was delish. Definitely give this a try. It was so easy, too. The first thing we're going to do for our burritos is brown the beef cubes in some olive oil on the stovetop. I had these very small or mini cubes, which, you know, I do the online Walmart. That's what they gave me, or maybe that's what I clicked on and I didn't notice. However, they were great for the burritos. So if I do it again, I'm going to try and look for these. If you have the bigger cubes, that's fine too. It just calls in the recipe for you to shred them at the end, and that's the part I did not have to do with the mini cubes. After everything's brown, I'm just going to drain off this liquid, and then we're going to put the cubes in the crock pot. We're just going to cover this with the enchilada sauce. The recipe called for a large onion slice. I didn't have one, so I just used some minced onion. And then you just cover the meat with the enchilada sauce. The recipe says to cook on low for 7 to 8 hours or high for 4. I did low for 4 because the meat was so small for mine. You're going to add the sliced bell pepper during the last 30 minutes of cook time. And now I am adding the refried beans to my pot, and I'm going to warm those up. Once everything's cooked through, you're going to remove the peppers and the meat from the crock pot. If you have the large cubes, like I said earlier, you just shred those and then add the peppers to the shredded meat. I had a little bit of cubes left in the sauce because mine was small, but it was fine. Okay, now we're going to prepare our burritos, and all you do is lay some refried beans in the bottom and then put your meat and peppers on top and then roll them up and put them in the pan, which I had sprayed with some oil. Alright, we're just going to speed this up here, and you put this in an oven, which is 10 to 15 minutes cook time and 400 degrees. Right before you put them in, do put the enchilada sauce on top of your burritos and then some cheese. I use cheddar. You can use whatever you like. And this is how they came out. They were delicious. I served mine with some sour cream. I think next time we're going to get some salsa to put on there too. I hope you give them a try. Here's your ingredients. First thing I'm going to do for this recipe is dice up our onion. Now we're going to heat up our skillet to medium, and we're going to brown the ground beef. Add the onion. And stir in some garlic and some sesame oil. I'm going to cook this until the meat is no longer pink. On the side, I'm just boiling the water for the rice. Alright, we're just going to drain the hamburger. We're now going to mix in some ginger, crushed red pepper flakes, and the teriyaki sauce. I was finishing up a bottle, so I just put a little water in there to get the rest of it out. And we're going to just let this simmer for a few minutes until it's heated through and all the flavors have combined. I'm going to serve that over rice. The recipe calls to garnish with sliced green onions. I didn't have any, so I just did everything bagel on top of ours. It was a very quick and easy dinner and delicious, and I hope you give it a try. I'll have your ingredients at the end of this video. enjoyed those recipes. I have some more new ones for next week, and I do have a Get It All Done coming up on Thursday, so I hope you enjoy both of those. Thanks for joining me today, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. We have a lot of fun, and doesn't cost anything, and we welcome you if you do. Alright guys, I'll see you on Thursday. Love y'all. Bye-bye.